Good morning, everyone. I just wanted to come on here and just show you I'm doing some meal prep today. So I'm going to make taco soup, and I'm also going to make chicken chili. So if you want to write down everything that I show here, you can already see that I have everything ready. I'm going to use 1 packet of taco seasoning, 3 tablespoons of the ranch dressing mix, which is equivalent to a package, 2 cans of chicken broth, a can of Rotel, a can of diced tomatoes, another can of green chilies, a can of refried beans, a can of kidney beans, black beans, 1 can of corn, and I'll use 1 cup of the frozen onions. And then I've also already cooked and food prepped the ground turkey, which is 1 1/3 pounds. So I'm going to open all the cans and just throw everything into the crock pot and cook it for, I don't know today, because I really, maybe 5 or 6 hours. So I'm going to pause, I'm going to open all the cans, and I'll be right back. I popped over to the chicken chili side. I'm going to, I've already got my chicken prepped. I do that quite a few pounds at a time and put it into individual portions, so I can just throw it quickly into a crock pot with all the cans of the tomato sauce, the whole kernel corn, kidney beans, black beans, diced green chilies, the Rotel, the diced tomatoes, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, 1 tablespoon of cumin, and 1 package of the reduced sodium taco seasoning. And again, with this one, I'm going to add the frozen tomatoes that were on the other side with the ingredients for the taco soup. So I'm going to open all these cans as well, throw everything into the crock pot. Everything's pretty much cooked, so I'm just going to let it all meld together for several hours, and then I'll come back when it's time to individually portion them, and then I'll let everything cool and put it in the freezer. So let me open all the cans, and then I'll show you when I have it all in the crock pot. Okay, now I'm going to assemble everything into the crock pot. And I'm going to start with the ground turkey that I've already cooked, and this is 1 1/3 pounds. There goes that. And then I've got about a cup of the frozen onions. So there goes the onions. I'm going to add 1 can of the kidney beans, and I don't drain the kidney beans, I just don't find it necessary. I'm gonna add the 2 cans of chicken broth, going to add my diced tomatoes, as well as my 1 can of Rotel. I'm adding in my 4-ounce can of diced green chilies. Going to add the corn. I don't drain those either. The only thing I actually drain is the black beans, and I'm going to rinse and drain those and add them in. So I'm adding in the taco seasoning. And I always just get the reduced sodium. Gonna put in the ranch. 3 tablespoons is equivalent to 1 of the packets of ranch. And it just gives it a better flavor to put in the ranch seasoning. And there's that. I'm going to add the 1 can of refried beans. And I just use the refried beans because it makes it a soupier consistency, and instead of more liquid, it's more a little bit thicker, soupier. So I'm gonna add those in. Now I just need to rinse and drain the black beans. And give that a little bit of a stir. I had frozen the ground beef and thawed it out yesterday so I could just throw everything in here today. And once I get everything kind of mixed together, I'll just turn on the crock pot. This one doesn't have a timer, but my other crock pot does, so I'll be able to just go off the other timer. I just throw it on low, and I'm gonna really quickly rinse and drain these beans. Again, the black beans are the only ones that I rinse because they're a little bit too strong for me, but I like to have the healthy addition of the black beans. And considering how much of the chicken chili and taco soup that I eat, I like to have something a little bit healthy in there. So now I've just added in the black beans that I had rinsed. I'm going to throw in that other can for the chicken chili. And go ahead and rinse it. Again, super simple. And one of my top tips is make it easy for yourself and be prepared because you're more likely to be successful with your healthy eating and your weight loss journey, whichever you're on, if you're prepared. So I'm gonna give this a quick stir. Now that I've got the black beans in there, and then I'll throw this lid on and just let this cook for probably about 6 hours on low, and everything just mixes together and the flavors are really good. And then I'll have it ready to portion out and get my food prep going. Okay, so now I'm back over on the side that has my chicken chili. I'm going to add everything in. Like before, I'm going to start with the meat, and actually this is 2 pounds of meat, and I just realized that the recipe calls for 24 ounces, so have quite a bit more meat on there than probably what I need to have, but it'll make a really big batch, and which will be just means more meals that it'll make. I'm adding in the kidney beans. I'm adding in the rotel, and I personally like spicier foods, so that's why I also use rotel. And then I just use a can of diced tomatoes with green chili, and then again I just add in the corn, I add in the green chilies, the tomato sauce. And I'm just adding in 1 can of the tomato sauce. And all these cans are 15-ounce cans. Let me get those chilies. Then I'm going to add a packet of taco seasoning. The recipe gives ingredients for a homemade taco seasoning. I'm all about making things easy, so I don't spend a lot of time doing that part of it. I just use the packets. I'm adding in a tablespoon of chili powder. You can see I just have the big package. I think I bought this at Sam's. I'm going to add in a tablespoon of ground cumin. Okay, so there's my ground cumin. I'm going to add in my black beans, which I have rinsed and drained. There's that. And give it a quick stir on the spoon that I'm going to use for everything. So just mixing it together. Yeah, there's definitely a lot more chicken in this than I normally would put, so I feel like I need to add something to kind of loosen it up a little bit. And I'm wondering if that's going to be some tomato sauce or what do you guys think? Tomato sauce or chicken broth? Let's see. Oh, I need to add my onions in. So I need my cup of onions, which I'm going to add. And again, I'm just adding in the frozen onions. And they just give it a little bit more flavor. So there's the onions. And let's see. I'm just going to throw in 8 ounces of tomato sauce. And I'm grabbing a can, so bear with me, guys. Okay, so I added in a full can of tomato sauce. I think it just needed something to make it a little bit, give it a little bit more liquid. So I'm going to mix that up and, oh yeah, that's better. Just let it cook like the other for several hours. And then, hi everyone, I'm back and I have finished my taco soup and my chicken chili, everything is portioned out and it's just cooling. It's on the drying racks. And I'm gonna pan around real quick. I finished cleaning, and there's my the chicken chili, and everything is just cooling. I'm gonna put it in the freezer, and that'll wrap up my meal prep. I hope you all have a great weekend and are ready for a new week. And I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Have a great evening.